Good evening. Uh, Today, I, I am going to talk about Argos, but first, mm, my group is conformed by Maria Fernanda Viva Saldaña, Juliet Lasso, and I, Santiago Mayor. Our project is about Argos, one of the most important companies in charge of cement producers in Colombia. In this opportunity, I am going to talk about all the topics related to Argos. First of all, I'm going to talk about the description. Then, I am going to show you, to expose you about the main events in its history. After that, I'm going to talk about the comparisons between the main competitor in that environment in, um, in cement, no? In produce cement, and finally, I am going to expose the component of sustainability. The last part consists in conclude all the presentation. Okay, so let's start with the presentation. In the concrete business, Argos is the leader in Colombia and the third biggest producer in the United States. It has 388 plants located in Colombia, the United States, Haiti, Panama, Dominican Republic, and Suriname. The total installed capacity is 18 million cubic meters of concrete per year. The business model is focused on the customer and sustainable development that is economically viable, respectful of people, responsibly, and friendly to the environment. Argos offers its client a complete portfolio of cement, concrete, and aggregates products with quality certificates and strict production processes that ensure compliance with the regulations, with the variety and innovation being the constant characteristic that allow satisfying the requirements of each type of construction. In Argos, every step, every step is taken thinking about the responsibility it has with people and with its environment. Therefore, in addition to delivering differential products and services, it seeks to create unique experiences, programs, and benefits for its client, such as home buyers. That part was about description of Argos company. Now I am going to continue this this presentation with the main events in the Argos history. Okay? In January 2nd, 1934, Cementos Argos was founded and becoming one of the most important and representative companies of the Colombian economy in all of the times. The Medellin factory in Colombia produces the first cement to be consumed. In 1998, Argos managed to penetrate the Venezuelan market by acquiring All Andean Cement, a company that was bought in a privatization process by public action. In 2005, Cementos Argos acquired by a total of $271.5 million to Southern Star Concrete Cement and Concrete Express, that in the future would be merged under the name of Southern Star Concrete. The Colombian multinational has acquired 347 truck mixers of concrete to operate in the United States, 5 railway terminals in Georgia, Mississippi, and North Carolina, and a seaport in Mobile, Alabama. The crisis of 2009 was a great challenge on diversification strategy geography maintained by Argos in its process of internationalization, especially because the largest market that granted him 31% of his income in the United States decreased their demand by 34% with respect to 2008. In September 23rd, in 2015, thanks to a determined process of cultural transformation within the organization, Cementos Argos has impacted the labor market while promoting diversity, inclusion, and the principles of equal opportunities. In November 5th, in 2015, Argos was included in the Climate Disclosure Leadership Index (CDLI) for Latin America, thanks to its good practices in sustainability and the quality and transparency of information related to climate change disclosed by the company through the Carbon Disclosure Project (CDP). Okay, now I'm going to expose you about the main competitor. Among the companies that compete with Argos is Cemex, company in which Argos has great capacity for consolidation in the national market and its unconventional internationalization strategies. Leadership of senior management. Um, like I said before, Argos is the leader in Colombia, the fifth largest producer in Latin America, and the second largest producer in the southeastern United States. Economically viable, respectful of people, responsibly and friendly to the environment. But Argos, in this case, Argos leads the production of white cement in the world. In the world, no, not only in South America. No, Cemex is a leader in the world. It is the first international operator in the sector. So Argos has a big competitor now. It's too important, Cemex, in the Argos environment. Cemex has developed the most advanced information and communication technologies in the cement industry. CEMEC developed a very specially technologies to produce white cement. You know? It has demonstrated unusual creativity in solving financial needs. CEMEX maintains the lowest operating cost in the industry. That is thanks the technologies. No. Okay. Finally, I am going to talk about the the part that I think is too important, is the most important in this presentation, because this university always talk about this part, no, the sustainability part. And Argos, in its career, in its history, has tried to 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 improve your technologies and include this component in your career. So Argos has always been characterized by its sustainable component because it is one of the 7 strategic priorities they seek in their operations through the balance between the generation of profitability, partner development, and the reduction of environmental impact. It has built a strategy to publicize the sustainability policy in order to generate a true culture of the topic in the site interest groups. For this, Argos developed Orenses workshops in Colombia, Panama, and Dominican Republic, and they published clear and complete information in their internal communication media. With this politic, Argos wants to include the collaborators, that is, develop security and labor welfare of human capital. In other parts are the clients, that is the best commercial partner. Other part is related to environment, that is responsibly development. In other side are authorities, laws, and good relations with other companies, with the people, with the employees. In other side are suppliers and contractors, and the last side, the two last sides, is in order to communities and shareholders. Okay, so the last part of this presentation is about conclusions. So to conclude this presentation, I can say that Argos is a very important reference in Colombia and in some American countries, because they have grown thanks to develop of the sustainability component. Argos is a great example to develop all the things that it has wanted. By the main factor is to use the sustainability component. Okay, that's all. Um, and, and I hope you you have enjoyed this presentation. Bye, good evening, and see you in the next opportunity.